A huge 7.5 earthquake causing a tsunami.
A massive wall of water surging hundreds of miles an hour roared ashore, ripping through a large island in Indonesia 3 days ago.
Ya Allah, tsunami, Ya Allah! Ya Allah, Kota Palu, Ya Allah! Ya Allah, tsunami, Ya Allah!
This area is a disaster. We are now flying for where the tsunami actually started, where it came in. This is now entering a mouth where the end of this is Palu. And what we see over there is some of the areas that was affected as well. Arriving now at Palu Airport. Tsunami has affected this place.
What we're finding, basically getting to the most affected areas is very challenging. We have been driving for a while now and we're still trying to find a way to get there because most of the roads pretty much have been closed due to all the buildings that have collapsed.
So we have been driving for a while and we have been faced with many challenges. Unfortunately, with the earthquake, what happens, most of the roads are cracked. So as we can see, it's very difficult to get to the affected areas, and we can imagine how hard it is for these people not only to leave but for the aid to get in there. We have been faced with many areas where it has been closed, and that's the effect of an earthquake anyway. As you can see, the roads are all cracked. Most of the places, this is what we face with. Buildings smashed, collapsed down, and you can see on this area here that we had to leave the car, and I think we might have to walk to the areas and find out how we can get there. So now we just have to find an alternative way. In most places it's like a ghost town. This place, only a few weeks ago, was a place where people lived here. Now it's a ghost town. The whole area here where we can see it, that's been basically just collapsed, just destroyed. This area here, it was actually an area full of houses. This is where people actually lived. To give you an understanding of the destruction here, what we have been told that where we are standing right now, this should have been a lot higher, to the point where we're actually looking at the houses to be about that high. Where the houses are over there, where it should be that high, and we look at maybe about 20 meters different. SubhanAllah, look. I am now standing where it's proposed to be a mass graveyard. This area is the most affected area, and it's believed that there are hundreds, if not maybe thousands of people still under here. A destruction that you can't imagine how bad this is. One of the things that has struck me the most in this place here is to find out what exactly did happen in this place here. And I'm curious and I'm interested, so I asked the locals to find out what actually is happening here. Considering that when we walk through this destruction here, we find pieces of the road, we're finding mud, and at the same time we find this compiled in such a big massive piles. And to identify that, you can see the pile that's surrounding here, and that goes for miles, and the house here. So this is the level where the houses were here. What they have told us is quite unbelievable, that not only when the water came in, they wiped all the building in here, but what it actually did, it was not just water, and that's what we can identify. It was actually mud that came with it. And you can see on the ground, this is actually mud. And it's more unbelievable that not only that, there are eyewitnesses saying that it was actually flipping. So you can see that water wasn't only driving, but it was actually, as it was going, it was actually flipping it. So hence you're finding everything mixed together. You're finding the pieces of the building, find pieces of the road, and then you're finding that the mud covered in this area here. An amazing and overwhelming disaster that has fallen to these people. Not only that, the whole infrastructure has been destroyed, but the diseases that has been forming from the polluted water and the dead bodies that's scattered all across this massive area here, that has been the cause of even the rescue team stopping the rescue work because of the many disease that has been spreading in this area. We are going to be with our team here on the ground, following them and doing some of the amazing work that's happening here and giving you an update of what actually is going to be happening in this area here, so you can get an insight of the destruction that has fallen into this area in Indonesia and the progress of what is happening and what needs to happen to give a quick recovery to the community here.
This is the fallen minaret of a mosque. This is over here right now. What the people and the people of the community over here told us was that this minaret is meant to be all the way over up at the mountains over there.
We come across many toys and many things that resembles of children playing with it.